I'm coming at you with a tactical guide of how you can start a new successful marketing channel in your company. And this is helpful if you are a business owner or if you work in marketing and want to open up new verticals within your company. Here's exactly the process I went through as the VP of marketing at a software company, Convirza, in order to do this. So, you first recognize that you need more business, and you go through your whole company and see that leads is the bottleneck. It's marketing. So, what do? Well, whenever I want to expand to a new channel, there's a few things that I do. First off, I need to research it and understand as much as I can. So here is a channel that we recently started doing. We needed more video advertising content, more as in we had none before, and we wanted to use this on LinkedIn, on Meta, so Instagram and Facebook, and even try YouTube, where we would call out our target audience and then say, hey, if you are an equipment rental agency or an equipment company who rents equipment, sells equipment, we worked with a CAD dealer and we had X results in 90 days. We increased our sales 76% over the phone. You should talk with us and we'll get you a demo for free. This was one of the messages of many we tried, and we recognized that's something we needed to do. We needed to reach these people on a new medium. So, what are the steps you go through when you want to open up this channel? Well, the best way that I have seen to do this is to find people who've already done it and been successful. And almost always, that is a marketing agency. So, another thing that we are doing is webinars. So, what did we do? We found a ton of agencies that do webinars. We talked to 10 of them, and we found out this is the top 2. Let's go through between them. Okay, we're going to pick this one, and we're going to have them run a webinar so that we can understand what goes into it beforehand. How do they market it? How do they do it effectively? How do they follow up to get leads? What is everything that they do to go from I need to do a webinar to it's completed and we have business? Number 2, you want to work with this agency or professional or mentor, whoever it is, for 3 to 6 months. It could be faster if it's a simple channel, but you want to really be able to understand it. If you're starting social media marketing and you haven't done it before and you're having somebody teach you who's completely new, it's going to take time. And even after 6 months, you're not going to be at the supreme level. There's going to be a lot of steps in between. So maybe you need longer, maybe it's shorter if it's a really quick thing. But the idea is it takes enough time for you to be able to replicate the exact steps they did consistently with the same results. Because once you can do that, you know you have at least the same amount of skill as what they have, which then means you could start to iterate or change to make it better. But until you get at least those results, just keep following their playbook until you are getting the results you want and it's profitable for you. So learn everything that they're doing, and then number 3 is you want to either, if it's you or you're somebody new, you have a playbook set up so you can train somebody else how to do this thing. So with the webinar, we are having somebody come in who's working with the agency, who is learning how to do webinars. And they're doing this while we're still paying the agency. We're paying both so that they document everything in Google Drive, which we use, on here's how you do every piece of the webinar, from the emails to how you're setting it up, to doing the webinar itself, to the advertisements, to are you getting affiliates to promote your webinar, to afterward, how are you getting people to show up, what notifications do you give them, how do you repurpose the content afterwards in your website or social media or in emails to further get conversions, and how do you add it to your site. And you do all of these pieces so that you know exactly excuse me, what you need to do in order to successfully do a webinar or a new marketing channel. And this person is not only trained, but has it all documented. So if they left, you either know how to do it, or it's very easy to follow the exact steps and get the same results. And then 4, while this agency or person or mentor is doing the webinar agency, the person you're training and who's documenting it alongside you to do everything starts it. So before, you're not just telling them, hey, copy what the webinar agency did. They're doing it, running their own webinar while you're paying this other agency. So they get 1, 2, 3 tests until they get at least the same results. So you have your webinar, your agency doing a webinar. You have your new person, your new hire doing a webinar. And once this one is documented and as successful as what the webinar agency does, then what you want to do is you can make the decision to bring it in-house or just keep paying the agency. Now, if you find a successful agency and you want to keep working with them and it's profitable, hey, keep going. I talk about bringing it in-house because that's generally going to be the cheapest and it's the most scalable, because you could hire 3 people and do 3 times as much, and is probably going to cost a lot less than agency because they got to eat too. So they're going to have, an upcharge as opposed to if you brought it in-house. This is the exact playbook that I follow when there is a marketing channel, an avenue that I see is successful. And we need to start it. I look at who is doing the best in this place. Is it an agency? Is it a mentor? Can I pay them to train me by hour how to run ads on this platform? Whatever it is. Then I do it with them, alongside them. They do show me how to do all of these things, and I'm just sitting there learning, and they're doing it successfully. Then I personally repeat it, or somebody else who's going to be doing it long term, they repeat it, and we do it until we know it just as well as the people who are really good, the mentor we pay, the agency we pay. We document it all, wherever you document it. Google Drive is the easiest for us, so that it's really simple when somebody else comes in, or if you were to explain it, you could easily tell them exactly what you do so that they can replicate the same actions with great results. Then you do it alongside the agency or the mentor, so you know you know how to do it. And then once that's done, you decide, hey, we're going to keep running with this agency, this mentor, this hire we made, or we're going to bring it in-house, or wherever you decide, until it's ongoing and running successfully. And then you know it well enough that you can make tweaks and adjustments to blow it out of the water. And you should be doing this as often as you need for every single channel. If you see it's social media, if you see it's video creation on YouTube, if you see that you need to do better with direct mail or something, or webinars, or any other avenue that you could be getting results, leads for your business, or close deals, whatever metric you need, whatever marketing end goal you have, so that you can drive your business forward.